with the humidifier comes responsibility and some possible troubleshooting that you might need to know about. And today we would want just to talk to you about the cleaning process and also the troubleshooting aspects. The humidifier attaches to the oxygen concentrator. Your oxygen tubing attaches to the humidifier. Oxygen runs through the water in the jar and then comes out to you with moisture added to it. The basic rule of thumb is that anytime you introduce water, you also run the risk of bacteria growth. So we recommend that you clean your humidifier every 24 hours. In order to do this, what you're going to do is remove the humidifier adapter connection from the front panel of the oxygen concentrator by simply pulling it. Pull it just straight off, and now it's free. Next, you're going to take your oxygen tubing, which was connected to the humidifier, and you're going to just pull straight out. In hand, you're going to take it up to where the humidifier adapter was connected and just plug the tubing right onto the barb that's sticking out of the front of the oxygen concentrator on the panel, the front panel. From there, you're going to take the humidifier out of its holder. First step, you'll remove the humidifier adapter from the top of the humidifier. Then you're going to take the top and unscrew it from the jar. Next step, you're going to empty the water that was left in the humidifier. Then you're going to wash these two pieces, the top and the jar, in hot soapy water. Then rinse well. Next step, you're going to, with 1 part vinegar to 3 parts water, so basically a fourth of the jar with vinegar, the rest with water, put the top back on, being very, very careful not to cross thread the top to the jar. Give it a good shake and let it sit for 30 minutes. This will kill any type of bacteria growth that could start. Anytime you have water just standing, there's the possibility of that. But the vinegar and water and the hot soapy water every 24 hours will prevent that. So after the 30 minutes with the vinegar and water, you're going to take the top back off, empty it, and then last step, rinse well. And not quite the last step, but then you'll add to the jar distilled water. There's 2 lines, a minimum and a maximum. You want to just above the minimum line fill with distilled water. When you put the top back on the jar, when you're ready to go back to the oxygen concentrator with it, you want to make sure that you get the jar top threaded on straight and not cross-threaded. I'm sorry. It's very easy to cross-thread the top to the jar. And this will actually, what will happen is it'll look like that it's working. It'll be bubbling away down here, but it'll actually be leaking out of that situation, that cross-threading. So just make sure when you thread it down that it's nice and straight. And then from there, you'll go back with your humidifier adapter, and now you're again plastic on plastic. You got to be real careful that you don't cross thread this. So you just take it and just screw it in. It can just be finger tight. That's all you need. From there, on the concentrator, there's an elastic strap. Just pull that back, place the humidifier in it, remove the tubing from the front of the machine, and in its place, you're going to use the humidifier adapter, attach it to the front of the machine. Now the oxygen is going through the water and out the front of the humidifier. And place the oxygen tubing back on the humidifier. One of the downsides to using a humidifier is one, the cross-threading of the jar. It's very, very easy to do. 2, it is absolutely necessary that you keep it clean. And 3, the tendency is through a natural process through condensation with the humidifier in place and the oxygen tubing, you create a situation that at the machine it's one temperature, the tubing on the floor is another temperature, and then to you another temperature. You tend to get a condensation in the tubing, which can over time create a water problem inside the tubing. So though sometimes they're necessary because of a person getting dried out, if you think you're able to not use it, you should give us a call when you feel like you're maybe to that point, and we can redirect you on another means to provide the oxygen without the humidifier. Thank you for watching today. We feel like that with what we've showed you today, that you should have no problem operating your InvaCare Homefill oxygen system. Just remember, follow the steps in sequence and most of your problems will be resolved. Thank you very much again for watching today. If you have any further questions or problems, please contact us.